Hey folks, Lisa coming to you with some information about latitude and longitude coordinates. So I think of latitude and longitude coordinates as basically an address for any location on Earth. And first slide here, we'll talk about latitude. Latitude measures how far a location is from the equator. So here's the equator. The equator is an imaginary line of latitude that circles the Earth halfway between the North Pole and the South Pole. And it's designated as 0 degrees, as you can see here. Locations north of the equator are measured in degrees of north latitude, while locations south of the equator are measured in degrees of south latitude. And the way I'm going to move this little, oh shoot, I can't move it. So the way I think of latitude, or the way I remember latitude, is I think of lat like flat. So that's just kind of a simple little thing that I try to do. Oh, and another thing I try to do, I try to think of when I remember that the equator is the horizontal line. I think of it as like I remember the horizon. Like if I'm looking out at the ocean and I see the horizon, that's like a flat line. So that helps me remember the difference between horizontal and vertical, which maybe other people can just remember on their own. Okay, so now some information about longitude. Longitude measures how far away a location is from the prime meridian. So just like the equator is an imaginary line that runs horizontally across the middle of the Earth, longitude is a line, or sorry, the prime meridian is a line that runs vertically and cuts the Earth into two sides. And it is also 0 degrees. So locations to the east or to the right of the prime meridian are measured in degrees of east longitude, while locations to the west or to the left of the prime meridian, so this side of Earth, are measured in degrees of west longitude. And the way I remember longitude is long equals long like a tall tree. So to find the coordinates, to actually find a GPS coordinate, you first start out by looking for the lines of latitude that intersect the area you're looking for. So what I do is I start with the equator, and then I look either up north or down south for the place I'm looking for. So if I'm trying to find the latitude of Portland, I start at the equator, and then I just count. So that's 20 degrees north, that's 40 degrees north. Here's 60 degrees north. So I'd say Portland is like 45. Like if that would be about 50 degrees north, I'd say Portland is about 45, 46 degrees north. So the latitude of Portland, I would record as 46 north. And then I would look for the lines of longitude that intersect the area I'm looking for. So remember, lines of longitude go up and down from the prime meridian. So I would count over. So prime meridian is 0. That's 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. That's 140. Wait, sorry, that's 120. So I'd say Portland is about 122 degrees west, or left of the prime meridian. So that would mean that I would record the value of Portland as 122 degrees west. So that is the way I would find the GPS coordinates for Portland, Oregon. And then let's try one more. So let's see, for this one, we're going to find the coordinates for Johannesburg, South Africa. So again, first thing I do is find the equator. Here's the equator, and Johannesburg, it looks like it's south of the equator. So there's 20 degrees south, there's 40 degrees south. So I'd say that Johannesburg is about 24 degrees south of the equator. And then I have to figure out if it's in the eastern hemisphere or the western hemisphere. So if it's to the right of the prime meridian, it would be the eastern hemisphere. Or if it's over here on the left side of the prime meridian or to the west, it would be the western hemisphere. So it looks like it's to the right because here's the prime meridian at 0. It's to the right of the prime meridian. That is 20 degrees east. And here's 40 degrees east. So like halfway would be 30. So I'd say that Johannesburg, South Africa is about 20 degrees east. So that is the way I find, and that is the way you can find degrees, latitude and longitudinal degrees, or GPS coordinates for any place on Earth. Now, you all have phones most likely. I have a phone. I could just plug it into my phone, but it actually is really important to know how to find latitude and longitude without having to use a phone or without using a digital device.